Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And as you can see from the title of this video, it's basically a lawsuit frenzy on some of these YouTube streets where we have some reality TV stars that are now and rappers trying to sue YouTubers. Now, with Attorney Symone, it's a little bit of a unique situation. It's not really a lawsuit. I've taken lots of notes, so we'll go ahead and jump right on in. Now, before we do, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And of course, everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary is allowed. All right, so shout out to the YouTuber and attorney Symone. Her channel is Girl, Is That Legal? And she has been breaking down all sorts of complaints concerning Christian Gold, who is the husband, perhaps, of Basketball Wives reality TV star Jennifer Williams. The reason why I say husband perhaps is because they've had a ceremony in Paris. We all know that, but I don't know if like they're legally married. It could be like a Yandy and Mendici situation where, according to Yandy, her words, she did not go into an agreement with Mendici's and the government. So let's go ahead and talk about what he is trying to do. So Christian Gold is actually trying to get YouTuber and attorney Symone disbarred. Yes. He filed paperwork with the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel for the State Bar of Texas. Attorney Symone, she may hire an attorney, she said, or else, she'll spend several hours collecting all of her evidence. She does get to give a rebuttal to him filing this request for her to be disbarred. And she said that to try and get her disbarred, well, someone actually typed in her live chat, is this like cheaper than him suing you? And she said, yes, Christian Gold trying to get her disbarred is cheaper than suing her, because when he sent her a cease and desist in recent weeks, that attorney who drafted that document charges $1,500 per hour. Okay. And so to send the request for her to be disbarred was free. And she is convinced that Christian Gold actually did that himself. So he was saving some money, or saving Jennifer Williams some money, by trying to go for attorney Symone's law license. And I just think that's really going too far. This young lady has invested in herself by getting educated for several years, not just 4 years to get the bachelor's degree, but an additional 3 years to earn her Juris Doctorate. You may not like the exposés that she's doing, Christian. You may not like her connecting with some of your former clients and representing them. But to go for her law license, that is, I just feel like that's too much. You chose to date and marry a reality TV star. You've appeared on the show. And some people, according to them, your former clients, they take issue, with how you've invested their funds, allegedly. So I just think that that's a lot to come for what attorney Symone relies on for her living. And all she did was give them a platform for them to speak, and she represented some of them. And, he's taking issue with it. Now, attorney Symone pointed out that when you're sent a cease and desist, it does not mean that you have to outright stop commenting on the person who sent you that document. You have to comment on what they say is incorrect. And I remember watching her video where she said, she responded to their attorney who said, please let me know if I have said anything incorrectly so that I can make that right. I can rectify it on my YouTube channel. But because she is an attorney, she knows what time it is, and she knows that they just cannot silence her or try to intimidate her. So she rebutted, asking, what have I said that's incorrect, so that I can make that correction? Christian Gold accuses attorney Symone of calling him a scammer and reaching out to his clients to convince them that when they were scammed, when it was quite the opposite. So when attorney Symone started looking into Christian Gold, and if you're not aware, again, he is the husband perhaps of Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives. And he pretty much presents himself as an asset manager. And he says that he manages assets in the millions for people. And he has a website. And I believe that he sells himself on trying to earn you, a very high return on your money, on your investment. And so when she started, creating content based upon his business and her opinions of that, there were people who were reaching out to her like, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one who have had, certain experiences. And she actually worked pro bono for them. And I think that that's very honorable and noble. And so he definitely does not like the fact that she's using her very popular platform to talk about some things that people say that they have experienced from working with him. But I just think that him going for the law license, I think that it's an intimidation tactic to try and silence her. Like she said, I think that it is extremely, extremely low down and dirty. It's like, they're going to go for the gutso. And this is what she's earned through her own education, and she's just presenting what other people are saying, their experiences, and giving her opinion. But she seems very confident that she will definitely prevail, and I do not want to see her lose her law license. What do you think of Christian Gold coming after attorney Symone's law license? Do you think that he is going too far? Do you think that the whole Cardi B and Tasha K situation just has these public figures on one, and they're just going to come for bloggers? We can never give our opinion. I feel like they're treating anyone who has a blogging platform as if blogging is brand new. And, before blogging, before digital platforms like YouTube, there were the paper tabloids when you would go to the supermarket with your mom, like I would, and we would be in line. The tabloids, they made a ton of money, always exploiting and making fun of Michael Jackson, Oprah Winfrey, Whitney Houston. They were like the top three as a kid that I would always see on the cover of the tabloids. And it would be horrible, mean things. And I don't think that every single YouTuber, every single blogger goes out of our way to be extremely mean. I definitely try not to violate boundaries because I don't want to end up in a sticky situation where a person's pride is injured. They feel embarrassed, so now they want to come after me. So I try to stay within some safety zones, if you will, but people have done far worse. And really high profile celebrities have endured way worse, such as Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Oprah Winfrey, for years. So I just think some of these public figures, they really go too far. Now, I do want to talk about another story involving rapper Thee Stallion and YouTuber Milagro Grams. Her channel is Mob Radio. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. So I have my Instagram up to the Jasmine brand. So let's go ahead and pull this up. I want to make sure that you all can see it. Okay, perfect. All right, so you may have heard this today. Shout out to Conscious TV, and I know a slew of other great YouTubers have been covering it as well. Armand Wiggins, while working today, I saw some of Conscious TV covering it. But Thee Stallion, she is suing YouTuber Milagro Grams for her content that she provided during Megan's case against rapper Tory Lanez. According to Meg's lawsuit, she is convinced that Milagro Grams was almost like a plant of sorts, or her words, a puppet for defending Tory Lanez. And she talks about in her lawsuit, just her taking issue with Milagro Grams' opinion of her. including calling Meg a lioness 304. And also there was a fake synthetic, alleged sex tape circulating on X, also known as Twitter, that was appeared to try and resemble Meg Thee Stallion. And she is including that in the lawsuit as well. So I want to go ahead and read this caption. We're going to get into some tweets by Milagro, like her response. She's planning on countersuing Meg. So let's get into it all. And shout out to the Jasmine brand for covering this. You can check this story out on the Jasmine brand as well as people.com. They have the story as well. Megan Thee Stallion is suing blogger Milagro Grams, claiming that she is a puppet and a mouthpiece, spreading lies about her on behalf of Tory Lanez. Per court documents obtained by Billboard, Megan accuses Milagro of churning out falsehoods about Tory Lanez, the pow-powing of Megan Thee Stallion back in 2020. We all know that Tory Lanez is currently serving a 10-year sentence for the incident. Megan also claims that Milagro maliciously promoted a deep fake post of her. She uses the P word, almost like revenge P, but P on a graphic, which violates a Florida law that bans altered actual depictions. Megan's attorney said in a statement that enough is enough. Miss Pete, meaning Meg Thee Stallion, is a victim of a violent crime and champion of women's rights to her millions of fans worldwide. She will no longer stand for the defendant's campaign of harassment. Milagro reacted to the lawsuit on X, formerly Twitter, and said she plans to file a counterclaim. So let's look at some more. A tweet. So Milagro noted the countersuit gonna be crazy. I've been informed that I'm being sued by Alex Spiro on behalf of his client Megan Thee Stallion. And she puts in quotes, "We are filing a civil action against you concerning your campaign of harassment and cyberbullying and the false comments you made regarding Ms. Pete. The plaintiff is aware of your conspiratorial with Mr. Peterson and knows you are a paid surrogate of Mr. Peterson in relation to Tory Lanez. Of course, we'll chat about it. They threw in the tape too." So as far as like terms like you're a line A 304, I mean, that's just like throwing shade. I mean, people do that on reality TV shows. I don't think that's as strong as the tape, the what was it referred to as a deep fake post. I think that is probably the strongest part. It's almost circulating like a video insinuating that it's her doing an sexual act. That probably has like the strongest weight in the lawsuit. I mean, otherwise, I guess Meg would have to prove that Milagro said something in her commentary that was deeply disturbing, deeply negative, caused her harm, caused her financial harm. And we'll have to see how this goes. I can't really imagine what kind of countersuit Milagro would have against Meg. When Megan, she's a rapper, she's not a YouTuber, so it's not like she's been giving commentary on Milagro or has said anything disparaging about her. I know that, in my opinion, sometimes it comes off as if she's not very supportive of women, Milagro, just supporting Tory Lanez throughout this case, which is her prerogative, but also there was an actor named Kalan Walker. He is in prison right now for allegedly violating women. She was defending him and trying to go hard for him. And again, that's her prerogative for her to have that commentary. It just shows kind of like a pattern, if you will. And so that's definitely sad to me. I don't know if there's anything serious that has happened to her in her life that causes her to side with men who have been accused of committing violations against women. I don't know if there's trauma there, but I'm not a psychologist. I'm just looking at the pattern. And even tonight, Tasha K has gone live in this situation regarding this story, and she is pro Milagro-Grams. That definitely does not surprise me, because when it comes to stories involving women celebrities being violated, Tasha K, similarly to Milagro, they tend to support the man and be anti the woman in the situation. So I actually feel like if Megan Thee Stallion's attorneys include this pattern, then it could really help support the fact that some of her commentary may have been purposefully disparaging towards Megan. Now, they, I guess, feel like they have proof to show that Milagro, I guess, was working for Tory Lanez. I'm just basically giving my interpretation of the words from the lawsuit and from her tweet. So that is a whole nother level of commentary if it's literally bought and not, you speaking from the heart, if you will. So we will have to see as this unfolds. Definitely as updates come out, I definitely want to make videos about it. And I totally get it. I am in the LAMH sector. The majority of my content is Love and Marriage Huntsville based, with me being pro Melody Cherie. But when other stories come up that I am interested in, that I have followed before previously, and there's an update, or if I feel like it's very important to converse about, then I definitely want to make a video about it as well. And, I still go back to the lawsuit between Cardi B and Tasha K. I am just definitely convinced that, especially after Cardi B won her case against Tasha K, we are just in a whole new season now, where public figures, whether they are rappers like Meg Thee Stallion or reality TV stars, they are definitely going to file a lawsuit. I definitely feel like the YouTuber attorney Symone is in the right and Christian Gold is totally wrong. But in this situation with Meg Thee Stallion and Milagro-Grams, because I do not like, I'm bothered by the support of the person who's in prison for doing the pow-powing, and it seems to give pattern with her. That's the part of me that is like concerned, and I'm pro Megan Thee Stallion in this situation. And again, I just hope that there's no trauma there, with this particular blogger that would make her, go against the women victims. Now, can women, is it possible for any human being to tell a lie? Of course. But especially in situations where people are convicted, or if you're watching a case unfold, don't, if you believe everyone is innocent until proven guilty, I also say on that same coin, don't really go out of your way to be so disparaging. And I can't stand the sex shaming. God forbid a woman is comfortable in her skin. She knows that she is a sexual person. She stands in her truth, right? She does not try to repress that. She embraces it. Then, she has to get shamed the minute she acknowledges someone pow-powed me. They violated her, they harmed her. Now she has to be sex shamed. And I just think that that's, unfair. But what do you think about Megan Thee Stallion filing her lawsuit? Do you understand her wanting to fight back? Or do you think that she should have just dealt with some of that commentary that she did not like? Do you think that Tory Lanez, asked this person to give a certain commentary? I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video, as it is a free way of supporting the channel. I am so glad we are through the majority of the work week. It was a wonderful Wednesday. I cannot complain. I had a lot of work to do. It was a long day, but I powered through it. And it's going to be a thriving Thursday. It totally is. And so if you had a rough day, I'm definitely sorry to hear that. But the rest of the week will get better for you. The weekend is almost here. You can do it. Ignore the negative people who try to provoke a negative reaction from you. You just continue to do you and just ignore the BS. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.